All right, so now we're going to talk about selling a home in Upper Marlboro. Let's look at that. We're going to go back to this Rocket Homes, right? It talked about selling a home in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. So if you're living in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and you're trying to sell your home, this will be a good place for you. It says right now, 2023, it's a seller's market, and I can give you why it says that. The difference in price of home has gone up $105,750. Not the price, but the price of homes sold, right? Based on all homes sold within the last 12 months, Rocket Homes is saying the average median price in Upper Marlboro is going for $465,750, and cost per square foot is $226. Redfin said it's $228. So you can just look at the square footage of your house, kind of get a quick rough estimate, but there are a whole lot more factors, right? If you're a homeowner, you know, just because you got this, you both have 2,000 square feet or 8,000 square feet, doesn't mean it's all equal, right? All things are not all equal. Sometimes they're different, but it breaks it down into bedroom count, right? One bedroom, just a one bedroom house, is kind of going for $179,000. Nine times out of 10, you're talking a condo, right? Two bedroom houses are going for $287,000. Last year they were going for $275,000. Three bedroom houses are now going for that's the average. The median home price per bedroom. It's not, like I said, all things are not equal. Median home prices for three bedrooms in Upper Marlboro 2023 are going for $465,000. This is up 29.2% compared to last year. Last year, three bedroom houses were going for $360,000, but I know two bedroom houses that went for higher than that, just based on the land. So, like I said, different things, different factors. The landscaping, just the amenities, just how the house looks, right? Curb appeal, all these things. Solar panels. So there's so many different factors. This is just a general. So four bedroom houses last year went for $427,500. This year you're looking at $502,000, right? It's up 14.5%. Five bedroom plus houses average around $685,000 here in Upper Marlboro. Let's look at I want to look at what Redfin is talking about regarding Upper Marlboro. See if I can pull up the Redfin stats real quick. All I see are these Rocket Homes. So Redfin is saying the median sale price. Remember, Rocket Homes talked about a 12-month period. Redfin is, it says in June 2023, Upper Marlboro home prices were down 18.6% compared to last year, selling for a median price of $350,000. So the market is slowing down. On average, homes in Upper Marlboro sell after 20 days being on the market. Last year, they were selling after 18 days. So 2 more days, but still, if you're a seller, still a seller's market in essence. You can get your house sold within under a month. That's not bad compared to other areas in America, right? Bro, it says the Upper Marlboro market is somewhat competitive. You saw the Rocket Homes, they had the little meter that was leaning towards the seller's market, and that is also confirmed here on Redfin. It says homes in Upper Marlboro receive 3 offers on average and sell around 20 days. So if you're a seller, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get multiple offers. You can kind of start a little bidding war and get more for your house. But that's all based on how you price it. So there are different strategies when you sell a house. You can ask for the highest amount and get that, or sometimes you can ask for a little less than what you really want just to get other these three buyers now on average going, bidding on the house. So somebody makes an offer, you tell them, hey, I got another offer that beats that. Do you want to beat that offer? So you just start a bidding war, right? Sometimes it's bad if you bring the price really low and you only get one offer. You may not accept it and increase the price. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you. But the danger sometimes in asking too much is you may not get any offers. And sometimes when your homes are selling within 20 days and you got your house on the market for 60 days, people are like, oh, what's wrong with that house? It's like a stigma almost. You don't want to create an unnecessary negative feeling about your property just by holding on to it. We'll do a separate video that talks about if you want to move to Upper Marlboro, just the climate, the schools, transportation, even the crime rate and all those things, pros and cons of living in Upper Marlboro. We'll dive into that a little later. But that's pretty much the market stats if you're selling the house in Upper Marlboro. Just a quick tips, I would say, prep your house. Just this Saturday, I went to go view a house. This is in Annapolis, Maryland, and I hope this person is serious with selling, but it's like they're just living in the house, like a regular, just living there. All their pictures up, everything is still there. And I actually got to follow up with the gentleman. This is the weekend now, so during the course of the week, I'll reach out to him and just you just hope they receive the advice in a good way. But if I'm buying that house, I wouldn't want to buy it like that, even though they got to move everything. Just walking in there doesn't look like a house that's being sold. All the tools in the garage is just too cluttered. So I say all that to say, when you are selling your house, one thing you want to do is declutter the house. You don't want too much furniture. All your just declutter it. If you gotta go rent a public storage to keep things for a month or two, factor that into your cost. What is that going to cost you? An extra $70, $100 for a month? The house is going to sell within 20 days anyway, as we see the average in Upper Marlboro. So what you want to do, just pay that $100 for a public storage, move all that stuff out. Just make it like a showroom. Like when you go to a furniture showroom, that's how your house needs to be. It's not personal, right? Take all your pictures, your trophies, your toys, keep them away. Just get the house as though it's a showroom, like a hotel lobby almost. Just clean and just spurts of furniture here and there to kind of bring the life out. So you want to give people an idea of what it feels like to be home, but you don't want them walking in like they're coming to visit your house while you're living there. You want it to be like a showroom. All right, so depersonalize the house, prep the house, please. I would say over time, though, if you're planning on selling, focus on, renovating key areas, right? Like your bathroom. Just do a quick remodel there. Your kitchen over time as you live there. So when it's time to sell, you don't have these big costs and big repairs. If you got to take care of your roof, do that. Just when you live in the house, just live in it. Every once in a while, you know how you got the spring cleaning event, when it's the springtime, you're cleaning your house. Try to do that maybe monthly or quarterly at least, to where you do some deep cleaning. Not, you got to clean your house every day or every other day or so, every week at least. But at least every month, do a deep dive, deep clean, to where you keep the standards of it. Touch up the paint, all the peeling paint on your foundations. Just touch it up, right? Keep it up to date, or even better, so when it's time to sell, you don't have to incur these. There's this other potential client I was working with, and she took her house off the market because there's just so many repairs that are being done. Great house, great potential, but she got so much work to do to get the house sold. And that's when you live in the house for years and you don't work on it. So just work on it so when it's time to sell, it's ready to go. You just got to move stuff out, depersonalize it, do showings, right? So then you stage the property. I can do a separate video for how to stage the property, but like I mentioned, just get it looking like a showroom. Take all your personal stuff out of there. It's not personal. Don't take it personal, really and literally. No point intended. It's not personal. Get all your stuff out of there. All right. Find an agent if you want to do so. Some people choose to sell for sale by owner. I got a video down in the description. I'll try to leave it in the description down below. I made for those who want to sell their house for sale by owner. What do I recommend? You can say, oh, you're an agent. You're going to recommend getting an agent. I know people who've sold multiple houses and never hired an agent. I know people who have sold for sale by owner and have lost money not hiring an agent. I know somebody who just sold a house for about 440 grand, 540,000, when the median price in that area was going for 568, almost 570,000. So the saying goes, penny wise, pound foolish, right? Sometimes you say, oh, I'm not trying to pay this agent. You're being penny wise, trying to save a penny, and you lose a pound. This gentleman now, I met with him and he said, oh, a friend of mine is an agent, told me, why pay an agent $15,000, you know? So I thought about that when I talked to him a week later, and he said, oh, my house is under contract. I got $20,000 more than the asking price. That should be a red flag. If you ask for $525 and they're paying you $540, and you guys say, whoa, why are they paying me more? Because they're really paying you less than they would have paid if they had an agent. So you're thinking you're getting over on them, but now you didn't want to pay an agent 15 grand. You ended up losing about $30,000 on the sale. What difference does that make? You could have paid that agent the commission and it still netted more. So it all depends on, do you have the time? Can you do a good CMA? Maybe I'll leave a link down in the description below on how to do a CMA. I did a video on that. Or I would say just get an appraisal, right? Just pay for an appraisal, you know. So somebody comes out certified by the state, tell you exactly. Honestly, I recommend to all my sellers, get an appraisal. So you just know it's an extra cost. Some people don't want to bear the cost of these things, but that way there's no discrepancies. You know exactly how much your house is valued at, right? Get a certified appraiser and just know how much it's worth, right? But if you don't want to pay that, you can do a CMA. Once again, the link is down in the description below on how to do a CMA, comparative market analysis, to kind of know what your house, where your house should be, right? So you know somebody doesn't pull a fast one on you where you think you're getting $20,000 more than your asking price, but you're actually losing 30 grand. You know, so just think about that. So you sign a listing agreement. There are three forms of listing agreements. You got an open listing. Open listing, I'll just give you a general, my general idea of it. You can Google the definitions, but open listing is like where, for instance, I'm an agent. I come to you, you're the seller. You say, oh, I don't want to list with an agent. I want to do it for sale by owner. I said, well, why don't you do like an open listing contract where pretty much anybody can whoever brings the deal, whoever brings the buyer is who gets paid, not necessarily me. If you bring the buyer, you get paid. Another agent bring the buyer. So multiple agents can it's an open listing, right? It's open, literally in the definition. Exclusive listing is where it's not open to other agents, right? Only I have myself and you, the seller. So the seller can market the house and try to get buyers, and I can do that as well. But if the seller brings a buyer in, then I don't get a commission. Sometimes I may prefer that just because I know I'm going to do my job. So we're going to get this house sold. I'll get you a buyer, so we can do that. If you think you're going to get somebody, go ahead, you know, and then I'll go out there and market the property. That kind of proves the worth of the agents. Let's put it like that, right? So open listings are good. Some agents only do exclusive agency, exclusive right to sell, which is also very good because you're sure you're going to sell this thing and you got too many clients where you're not going to bother with this one right here that's not too sure if they want to list with you or whatever. Exclusive right to sell is where the owner is not looking to sell it at all. They're not marketing it. This is ideal for just professionals, people that are very busy, or just even if you have a family going on, you just got things going on in your life. There's so many things, don't want to name negative things, but so much can be going on in one's life, from a wedding to a death to kids, so much can be going on to where you don't have the time to market the property, show the property. You just sign an exclusive right to sell where only this agent and this agent alone gets to sell the property. Even if you get a potential buyer, that seller still kind of gets a commission. That's why that agent still gets a commission. That's why agents kind of like that. But anyway, you sign a listing agreement. These are just the steps. So first, you prep the home. you want to ensure that there are no liens or against the home. Let's say you didn't pay a gas bill. You hired a contractor to change your HVAC and you didn't pay them all the way. They got a lien against your house, or the state because you didn't pay your taxes, or the county or HOA, whatever. Make sure there are no liens against your house. So you went to borrow money against your house. You put your house down as collateral to go bail somebody, just different things, or for a medical expense, whatever. You just want to make sure there are no liens against your house. Stage the property, find an agent, or if you're doing a FSBO, you can check the link down below. I'll advise you get an appraisal so nobody pulls a fast one on you, or you get a CMA. If you trust the process, you want to learn how to do a CMA, check the link down in the description below. You sign a listing agreement. And when you sign a leasing agreement, you as the seller need to sign the property disclosure form. That's you disclosing any known material defects that the house has. Only the seller can sign that. An agent can kind of advise you, but really agents got to stay away from that. It's legally binding, and only you. It's actually illegal for an agent in DC. I know that much. It's illegal for an agent to sign the seller's disclosure. Only the seller, only the seller can sign that. They live there. It's their word. When the lawsuit comes back, the seller is going to be liable if they lied about something on the disclosure. The only time an agent is liable is if they knew about it. If they knew about it and they connived with the seller, then they can get in trouble. So as an agent, you want to advise your sellers, just be open and transparent. If there's major repairs that need to be done, maybe they sell it as is. They state it and just handle it on the front end, because if you disclose all these things and the buyer was aware of it and they bought it, you protect yourself from a lawsuit. But if you hide these things in the disclosure form, it may come back to bite you. So just be transparent. That's why I say as you live in the house over time, just take care of all those repairs slowly so you don't have to face these things down the line. So after you sign, the agent will start marketing your house, different ways that they can market the house. Every agent has a different way to do it. Not going to get too much into that. Then you're going to receive offers. As we read, Upper Marlboro, you got 3 offers on average per seller. So you may need to drop your price or increase the price based on the market, right? After you accept the offer, you're under contract. While you're under contract, there's like a 30 or 45 days you give to the buyer to come up with the money just to get everything going. And then you set a closing date where you go to the title company and you swap titles. You should be out of the house by a certain time. Actually, you just negotiate all those things, but 9 times out of 10 is prior to the closing, because after that closing, when that guy signs that guy or lady signs that contract, they pick up that key. They should be able to have access to the property. But if you think you're not going to move on time, you need to state all of these things in there and go from there, right? All right, so that's how to sell your house. I hope you found that video useful or beneficial, how to sell your house in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. And we're going to keep on going. But let's take a quick message from our sponsor while we're here.